Hello, hello, this is Tracy Shine Bright, your diamond painting BFF and your Poshmark girly, and I'm here for part 2 on my diamond painting pen series. And during part 1, I unboxed and showed you my new diamond painting pen box. And the purpose of this box is to at least store my more fragile diamond painting resin pens in. And in doing that, I have to go through my craft room and a lot of supplies, and I thought I'd show you some ways I organized my pen and supply stash to use while I was working on it. So first off, I guess I love Marshalls. Marshalls I discovered when I first went back to actually shopping in store maybe last year, so year and a half, 2 years after COVID. And I really like the Dunn Cups. Boom, chicka boom, check that out. So I got some really pretty red ones for Valentine's Day and some others. They have all kinds of different sayings. And these are a really thick porcelain. They're very simple done. And so I find that if you use a coffee mug or any kind of cup or something, that's really great for a lot of diamond painting pens. So see? So depending on what I was working on, I would have supplies there. And then like over here, you see I have a magnifying glass in case I need it, but I can just carry it around in an extra coffee cup. And I found that that worked really great. As far as the Dunn brand, obviously you can use anything that floats your boat, but they sell these online. And online, they're really expensive. And if you get them full price, they're expensive. But do you want to see how much I paid for this at Marshall's? Okay, so you've got like $20 plus they charge for these online. Check it out. Marshall's, $5.99. So wow, how fun is that? If you just think of, hey, I'm gonna use a really nice coffee mug, you could use a pen cup, office supply, anything like that to put your diamond painting pens in, and easy to carry. Wonderful. So I had a variety of different coffee mugs that I used depending whatever was going on for things. And this is one I found in my craft room when I had moved things out of my diamond painting area in the living room to just pick up. Another thing, that diamond painting pen, another thing I really liked, and this is kind of dusty and needs to be cleaned, but this, it sits on top and you can put whatever in it. So it is Tahari Home. And I don't know if you know the fashion designer, L.A. Tahari. Look how messy it is. Sorry, guys, I need to clean it up. But L.A. Tahari is expensive, and they have a spin-off of their home items. And so look at that. You got a big middle. You got all these side compartments, and you can put all your supplies in there however you want and just flip it around. I'm going to have to go wash this. It's driving me nuts that it's gotten so dirty from use. But it's got the spinner, and look, Marshall's, it was only $19.99. So, but their stuff rotates and you never know what you're going to get on any given day. So if you go back to try to get one of these, well, maybe it's not there anymore. Maybe it is. I don't know. But a lot of times they have these Dunn cups and mugs. So they're really great. And then this right here was like a buffet serve. If you're having a bunch of people over and you want to put your forks, your spoons, your knives where people can grab it on the buffet. And I found that and it wasn't being used. So look, I just filled it with all kinds of diamond painting stuff, and it's got a handle, so it's really sturdy. And let's look through what I have for my pens and see what I can find so far on actual resin or acrylic pens, and we'll look at some of the different types that are not resin or acrylic that I have and see how many we can get in this pen box. But first, I'm going to take a quick break and I'm going to try to rinse this off because it's driving me nuts. Hang on. All right. Hey, I'm back. It's drying, that other container. I don't know what I'll use it for at the moment, but it's pretty handy. I love it. You can put makeup in it, whatever you want on that golden Tahari one. And the different coffee mugs, obviously the sky's the limit, whatever you want. And just a quick note, whatever coffee mug or pen holder you use, you want it to be a little taller. Some coffee mugs are too short. Took a really quick review of this, And I was at first sort of disappointed because I didn't have more resin diamond painting pens, but let's see what I do have. So one supply when I started off that I used a lot was the magnifying glass. And I find that I don't always need that nowadays as long as there's bright light, but some canvases I do. And I enjoy using it, especially at the end, just to go through and make sure if there are any drills that have popped off or that have been missed. And so here's a real fancy razor cutter. And I wonder how many I have. There's another one. Okay, so this style right here, I bought a package of different colors where there were 4 in different colors in bulk. And I just use them because it's just so easy. You just pop off the lid and go. These are really nice. These are the Slice brand, you want to see. And for those of you who don't know, this is for cutting the plastic or paper. If you have a paper cover, that's a really heavy duty one that I can really use for boxes. That's Excel brand. But I had tried a whole bunch of different kinds. And so I have an X-Acto one. Okay, here's part of that. Oh, so this is like this one, but part of it has fallen off. It does unscrew. So, you know, I kept Sharpies and pens too, because I don't know, I needed them sometimes on kitting up. Little plastic baggies. I got some extra scissors, which might kind of go with these. I'm looking to see, yeah, so I got a razor in there. I don't know, this doesn't, oh, the razor looks like it got ink on it. But here's where I can show you how it works. Thankfully, this is not a surgical razor and the ink has dried. But you loosen that up, you twist that, and then it's supposed to slide right in there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there is still got some on there. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to close that up. So yeah, be careful if you're using something like that. So if you have pins in there, see, I had pins in there that were inked down. You want to keep the lids or have them ink up so you don't mess up your stuff. And that one, okay. This one isn't out, but yeah, so that needs to be cleaned up, as does the cup. See, got ink in it. Okay, but look how many, look, I even have a Cricut one. That's really nice. I like this Cricut one. It's, I mean, I know where the lid is. Probably should have a cap on it for safety. But here we go, another marker. But look, this should have been not how many diamond painting acrylic pens do I have? How many plastic cutters? There's Slice again. And I've seen videos where people reviewed those and said which one they thought was the best or liked the best. And if you want a video on that, let me know, because obviously I've got enough. I've tried enough to do one if I just kind of take my time and think about it. Okay, so that is actually, look, it looks like a pen, but the tip is a diamond painting pen. So, okay, so for now, I really want to put this razor down. I'm going to put them in my boom chicka boom cup for those to be together. All right. This was a fabric cutter in a wheel form that I thought if I was going to dry mount and I was going to cut the canvas along the sides with the ledges off, that I would use this. And I haven't been doing that as much lately. See, that comes off and on. So I'll put that. Okay guys, so back to our acrylic resin pen search. What do I have that's acrylic or resin? So I found these that were from Shop DIY Moon that I thought were really pretty. I don't know if they still sell them. Got a little, but they have multi-placers on the end, but you can put any of the standard tips in there that you want. And I use them and they're great. And sometimes I really just want a very light pen, you know, that's just so light. It's like one of them that came with the kit, one of the cheap old plastic ones. But these are great because they're beautiful. They photograph well for social media posts. And see that pearl on there? So they're really pretty, but they are kind of fragile and breakable. I don't know if you'd call that, I don't know if it's acrylic or resin, maybe. I mean, these aren't the type of pens I thought of putting in the box. And look, they don't quite fit anyway. They're too long. So not quite what I'm looking for to put in the box, but this is a really cute pen that I got that I figured I could show you. Okay, so I have a few diamond painting pens that are styled just like pens. Okay, so, and I have more, but here's two. And so I love it because it looks just like a pen. Very conservative, very classy. It's got the, you know, conservative. This might have just been an Amazon purchase. Look at that, like a pen top. You know, but it is not one that I was thinking of for purposes of putting in the pen box. These are a little more durable and not quite as breakable. So I'm going to set them right here. I have several fun pens. And this is an example of one of my fun diamond painting pens that has a big pom-pom ball on it. Hilarious, fun. It's got the diamonds kind of in the middle of it. And I can't remember offhand where I got it. If you want to know, let me know in the comments. And I can try to look that up. Because I'll have a part 3 to this where I tell you more details, at least about the resin pens that I get together and figure out how many I have, where I'll tell you about those. But right now we're just going through what I have to try to figure out what's what. So this I got on Etsy, and it is a clay pen. So there's a lot of people that sell clay pens. I thought it was really pretty. It does have 2 edges. It's simple, and I think this is still being sold on Etsy. But it's not, I could put a clay pen in here. You know, it fits, but that's not really what this box is for. Then I really like wooden diamond painting pens. And so when I get a hybrid diamond painting pen, which has wood and acrylic in it, I probably like those the best. I like the combination of the media of those 2 art forms. I think it's great. But here is one diamond painting pen I got that's all wood. It was carved into a pink flamingo. I have another red one somewhere, but I don't know where. It's got a single tip metal on the end, which is nice. And it's so pretty, especially with tropical themes, having it out. It's durable, it's not gonna break easily. So this isn't meant for the pen box, but this is a really wonderful pen that I love. And while we're talking about wood pens, my favorite, this is just a beautiful, beautiful wood pen. It may be from Brook. And I noticed recently they were on a break on Etsy, and it's really important. So when these shops on Etsy go on break, that's because they have so many orders, they have to keep up with production. And if they can't, Etsy could close down their store if they don't put themselves on break. So that's why this one with the mermaid and the dusty rose pink, it's wood, but it's got a really soft, high gloss, smooth surface. This one has that gloss on it, but it's ergonomic, is that how you say it? It feels really good in the hand. And they've got the pushers, the drills on the end where you can scooch them into place or straighten them, which actually, I don't use drill straighteners a lot, but when I use these, I do use these ends, and they're really great. I love these so much. Oh look, they're too long, they don't fit. Wouldn't that be horrible if my diamond painting pens don't fit and I had to return my box? Okay, we'll see. I'm not. So here's another wood, all wood one I got, and that's really pretty. And if you want to know more about my wood ones, where they're all from, let me know. But this is by no means meant to be my entire diamond painting collection. These were just some that I had in some prior ways I used to store them that I picked up quickly from my craft room. So, okay, so these show my foray into trying to make my own resin diamond painting pens. And I'll show you what's going on with these. So this one is a single placer, and see, it's got that single tip, and it's got the little lemon slices in it that I thought was so cute. You know, it's short, it's not real tall, but see, all that is common. It has to be sanded off. And I started sanding and doing some of that, but you know, it's not done. You know, would that be something, I guess, if I'm making them? Maybe. But these are not as breakable as, I mean, this is resin. This is straight resin, but these aren't going to break and shatter at all like the other ones. And again, see that all has to be sanded. But I put that in there, and I made that. It's just a matter of kind of finishing them off. A few I put actual ink pens in, and I regret the few that I've done like that because the ink cartridges were cheap and dry out and don't work. And at least for the diamond painting pen, the tip will remain open. So I'm not gonna go to the effort to probably make any more of these unless as a pen, but only diamond painting pens. But I have these molds, so I can do that. I could put them in my box if I have extra room, but I would need to sand them and finish them. In a polite way. So, okay, so now we're almost to some of the resin pens I found. So here are two special pens I got on Etsy, and they're super cute. I haven't even opened them. I don't know. I would worry about them being breakable. Let me open one. You can tell I've not even used them yet. I love ices. So this one has icy flare on it. Oh, it's so cute. Look at a Coca-Cola. Yeah. The beveled. It's pretty sturdy. It might be a little breakable. It's definitely collectible. It fits in the box. That's fun. I'll just put it in there for now. And so here's my other one. And I have more in this style. Again, we're just going through really showing you how I was storing some of my pens, because other pens are actually in kit up boxes. And I've kitted up a lot. So that with the candy, so cute. So that, anyway, I'll just put that there just for safekeeping. Okay, so here's some resin pens that aren't as fancy. Let's start with those. So this one is still available on Etsy. It is really nice. It has all the different little slices of fruit in it, and it's double-ended. We'll put that here. Well, look there. Wow. Okay, so I didn't know that pens wouldn't fit in the box when they have their placers on. I didn't see that in other people's, or maybe it's the specific one. It's not quite long enough. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, that one fit. This might have just been like an Amazon purchase. This was probably from Jim's Handmade Pen Shop, but that's one I got to look up, and so I was really liking the green. I really like it when the white shows, because it's very hard to do a diamond painting pen with white. And that one, this is a really favorite, fun one for me. Okay, so look at that. We have an issue with them fitting in the box. Good to know, right? Okay, so here, oh, this is a good one. This is a really chunky one though. And I knew that it's possible that if your pen is too chunky, it wouldn't fit in the box. I didn't really think of that though. in terms of length and possibly being too long. But so check that out. It's a motion pen from Bistro Blanks. I've got several from them, and they do have to make them chunkier if you want to have the motion. They've got a tube in there, but by the time they pour resin around it, it's just going to be thicker, and that's part of it. So looky there, you have the fish. You have coral. Anyway, just a really fun pen. I'm going to set it here, but look. Oh, so if it weren't for the tips, I got metal tips on that, which is nice. It would fit. Okay, so here we go. We got 2 more in here. These were 2 of the first I got from Jim's Handmade Pen Shop, and I really like pine cones. So see the pine cones in that and the flowers. This is the style, you know, that I had intended to be in here and to protect, although look at that. So it's not wanting to fit solidly with the tips on. Look at that. With the florals and the pine cone. It's really hard to get a pine cone that small in there, and then when you use the lathe on it, to not have it just destroy the pine cone. So they did a really good job. Jim did a really good job with these blanks, getting it to show. And with him, you can choose different how many bumps you want. So 1, 2, 3, that's a 3 bump. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the 4 bump. So 4 and 3. All right, so I happen to have, I'm working on What Lies Beneath. And so I happen to have a few of my resin diamond painting pens out. This is one from Bistro Blanks that has the balloon dog, the Koontz balloon dog in it. He's so cute with shades of purple and blue, and then the diamond accents. I think Bistro Blanks calls that a diamond belt. And then my very, very special pen. This is my pen that's one of my favorites because first off, it has my name in there, Tracy, and it's my favorite Starbucks Frappuccino in there with coffee beans and cream, diamond studded belt. That with the clear resin on the end is nice. So just really, really pretty. And because it's a coffee pen, I wanted it to be for multi-placing. So I want big multi-placers on each end. So whenever I'm doing a lot of color blocking, I go, where's my coffee pen? And then I, go to town on it. And so that's a really special one. But as you can see, so this box is not gonna fit these pens with the tips on. So I'm gonna do a little research and see if the other boxes are able to fit it with the tips on or not, because that's something I wasn't aware of before. If you have any information about that, let me know in the comments below. And if you have a favorite of who you buy your resin diamond painting pens from, please let me know in the comments below. And thank you guys so much. Please like, please subscribe, please comment, please, keep the fun, keep the conversations going. And remember to shine bright. I'll have a final in this series once I collect the rest of my diamond painting pens and I look into the issue with the length of the box and the tips and see what I find out. So thanks so much, guys. Take care.